Welcome back. Ramadan in Egypt is very special and unique from any other country in the world. But what if the person works abroad and spends Ramadan away from Egypt? We are going to talk about Ramadan memories with our dear guest over the phone, Ambassador Soad Shalaby, former assistant to Foreign Minister. Good afternoon, Your Excellency.
Good afternoon.
Happy Ramadan to you, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much.
Well,
Thank you. Happy Ramadan to you too.
Thank you so much. Ambassador Shalaby, we all know that Ramadan in Egypt is unique and very special as many people around the world prefer, or from the other Arab countries, prefer to come and spend Ramadan in Egypt. But what about you? You were traveling abroad, of course, and working. Tell us about your memories away from Egypt during the holy month of Ramadan.
Well, of course, I lived in countries who are not Muslim countries, are not Islamic countries.
Yes.
So Muslims were minority. That's why my experience was that I would like to share with you my experience.
Yes.
When I lived abroad, I lived in Canada. I was the consul of Egypt in Canada, in Montreal. And there are lots of immigrants from Egypt, whether they are Muslims or they are Coptic. But when it comes to the month of Ramadan, they all get together and they celebrate the month of Ramadan by eating together iftar and sahur. And of course, the new generations of immigrants, they enjoy very much going out with their friends and staying up late and celebrating Ramadan, not only because of the culture and the tradition, but because it's a holy month and we have to remember the poor people. So even in Canada, they give charity. The Muslim community gives charity to the poor and helpless people who need to be supported during Ramadan.
Yes.
So that is one of the experiences that I lived in as consul of Egypt in Montreal.
Yes. So, Ambassador Shalaby, what were the activities or the events that were held by the Egyptian ambassador or consulate in foreign countries for the Egyptian community living abroad? Yes.
Usually the ambassadors or the consuls, when they are in a country that has minority Muslims, they try to create the atmosphere of Ramadan, and they try to invite the Muslim ambassadors who are represented in this country, and also the Muslim community, the leaders of the Muslim communities. And they try to give them the taste of Ramadan of Egypt, you know, like to put the lanterns around the house and to try to decorate the house in a way to feel that there is a change and this month is different. And also to, of course, explain to the younger generation the Quran and the meaning of fasting and all this.
Yes.
So it's very important when you are in a different country to give the experience to other communities about Egyptian month of Ramadan, how it is celebrated in Egypt.
Yes. So, Ambassador Shalaby, what are other countries that you have spent Ramadan in?
I was also ambassador of Egypt to Mozambique and to Finland, and both countries are not Muslim countries, but there are Muslim communities who live in Mozambique, for instance, and these Muslim communities celebrate Ramadan by fasting and by giving charity to the poor, and also they have their special celebrations in the mosques. They pray, of course, more than Taraweeh, and they spend more time in the mosque. So even if there is a minority, but they celebrate and they observe Ramadan. In
Yes.
Finland, in Finland there were few Muslims, not maybe a couple of thousands Muslims in Finland, but they still observe Ramadan, and they usually come to the Egyptian embassy because few embassies are Muslim embassies in Finland, are represented in Finland. So they usually come to celebrate with their leaders of the Muslim communities in Finland. They come to celebrate the Ramadan month, the holy month, with Muslim ambassadors who are represented in Finland.
Yes, Ambassador Shalaby, what were the most country that you have visited that resembles Egypt or very similar to Egypt in celebrating the holy month of Ramadan?
Well, actually, in New York, they have a bigger community of Muslims, and usually in Ramadan, they make a big celebration, and they. I even saw it on TV. They go and they pray in the biggest squares, and they usually in Eid also they book the hotels in order to have more space for those who want to pray Eid. So it is also celebrated in countries like the United States and all the different the Canadian immigrants, Muslim communities. They get together in these countries where they are immigrants. They get together and they pray and they fast and they celebrate the holy month together.
Yes. Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Happy Ramadan to you and to your family. Thank you so much, Ambassador Soad Shalaby, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Thank you so much for joining us over the phone. Well, with this, my dear viewers, we come to the end of this episode of our program, Cairo Local Time. I'm Amal Mukhtar. Thank you for watching.